What's up, you guys? We just finished filming here this morning for Gracie University. We had a huge breakthrough on a Kimura counter. Hidon, talk about it.
First, let's discuss Kimuras. And you know, when you're in somebody's guard, I don't want my hands out here, right? Out here, Kimuras happen, omoplatas, triangles. So I want my hands on the inside. And just this ability to block it under my arm right here, just to have my elbows be very sensitive. And I'm not holding his biceps, I'm cupping them. It's my forearm, my bone structure. And I like this a lot because right here, you can't really punch me. Right. And I can headbutt him. I can, from here, let go and strike him if I like. So this is just a good place to be when you're on top.
Phase two?
Phase two, you make a mistake.
I get to here. So I get to this sitting position where Hidon's arm is isolated. If he does the same thing and shadows my arm pretty well, it's very hard to get a Kimura just by him doing that because I don't have his wrist. He has my tricep. And how can I grab a wrist that is on my tricep? Does that make sense? It's difficult. Okay, so that's phase two. Defend right here. Eventually, shoulder punch, head back in the center. Go ahead, boom, and if his head comes back in, he knocks me down, he's safe. Phase three, I get here, I lock my arms, and I secure the Kimura grip right now. This is looking pretty bad, and if you don't stay sitting up, I'm gonna lay down so quickly and turn and hip out, lock my angle, and finish the lock right here. The problem is, as I do this almost every time, what are they gonna do? As we prepare, he's gonna grab his thigh and put his knee on the mat. Boom, and try to smash it right there. And now that his leg's on the ground right here, it makes life very difficult for me. And pretty much this is where the movie comes to an end for most people. They get discouraged. You see it in MMA, you see it in no-gi. A Kimura where you're flopped and the arm is grabbing the inner thigh is pretty much a done deal.
And the plan is to stay there.
For you, stagnate and hold.
It's for me to stay and just keep weight on you and hope that you are discouraged and you let go and you move on.
Which happened to everyone around the world until today. You guys, things have changed. We figured this out, this little anchor grip counter, and that's why we're so excited to bring you guys in. So from here, I have Hidon locked. He has his thigh grab. Look, so from here, as he's doing, number one, I'm gonna try to pull it straight out. It's gonna fail. When it fails, I'm gonna lift my pelvis off the ground. I try to pull it out. I'm gonna then quickly push it into my back pocket, and then I turn my hip and I go. And my only goal is to get it behind his back. So why does this work? I'm here, I'm flopped on my side. I'm trying to pull his arm out. He's very locking this straight right here. What I do is I lean into it and I unclip his hand off his thigh. And when I do, grab your thigh again. I put it behind. So grab it again, start over. He has a tight grip. I'm stretching. When I push it, the key is your butt's gotta be up. If your butt's down, there's nowhere to push his arm. So the breakthrough is having your hips off the ground. You can do that one of two ways. Either using his thigh as a lift, or if this knee's on the ground, use your foot on the ground as a lift. Look at my hips. They're a few inches off the ground right now. So first I try to pull to give him the intention that I want to just grip this way, so he begins to trust on his monkey grip here on his inner thigh. And as I pull and it fails, eventually, look, I have my hips up, I fake another pull, keep it tighter. I go in and I go out. Try to put it back inside your thigh now. Try to step over with your hand, with your leg and grab your thigh. Why can't you? My leg, I'm not here, grab your thigh, step over. I don't want that to happen, go again. I put my leg right where his leg would be, step over. And as he tries to step, I use that as my turning mechanism to get my side guard. And then of course the final rip from right there. And then last but not least, if you ever get to this angle right here, where you do pull it out, I'm on my side, hip, trying to pull, he locks, hip up, take it out and I turn. Look at my leg straight. The hand is out. If I make my angle and I get to right here, he straightens his arm. Look, take the entire arm, lock it straighter. Put it down real low, straighter. Now look, your thigh comes and you do a thigh squeeze and it's done. Thank Javi for that one. Okay, so moral of the story, you guys, Kimuras. If you can lock it, it used to be a done deal when the hand anchored the inner thigh, but not anymore. That anchor is just the beginning of an unhooking process as long as your hips come off the ground.
And it's so cool because the hand is designed only to stop this pull.
Right.
But when you go in the other direction, my arm is like
useless.
It has no
strength. So you push, and you pull, and then you push and you remove it and do a big loop around. And by the time they try to re-grab their thigh, your leg is already resting on theirs. That's the good news. Here's the bad news. No Gracie immersion camp this summer.
What?
I know.
So it's like a vacation for us.
I know it is.
Don't you like vacation?
But sometimes you have to foresee or omit the vacation when there's other business to take care of. And it's a very busy year for us. Cop courses, GSTs, Gracie Bully Proof summer camps, instructor certification programs, so many things going on. However, we're very happy to announce that in lieu of a standard Gracie Academy summer camp,
there's some good news.
Amazing news. Our friend, Professor Master Pedro Sauer is hosting a cruise, something we did many, many years ago. He's going to Cozumel, Honduras, Belize, All amazing locations where he's going to be teaching on the cruise for I think 5, 6 days, 7 days.
7 days.
1 week cruise.
July 10th?
July 10th through 17th, if the dates are not mistaken. Grapplersescape.com. You guys, Pedro's going to be there. Make it happen. If you guys want to go on a summer vacation, you can't live without a jiu-jitsu vacation with sun, fun, pool, cruise, all amazing things, and jiu-jitsu. That would probably be the one to go on.
Cruise is the other thing to do because it's all inclusive.
All inclusive.
Once you're there, you just eat whatever you want. You just walk around, eat, train, sleep, beach, pool, and you stop.
Boom!
Right? The ship docks in these cool, amazing places.
You go and you
go out and
you
you do adventures with the whole family, the whole team.
Now, if you live too far, go to gracieacademy.com/seminars and look at all the other seminars on the list. Where are you going soon?
I'm for everybody in Canada, I'm going to Vancouver and I'm going to Edmonton.
I'm going to be in, you guys, I'm doing my first Asia tour. South Korea and Tokyo. Super seminars in both locations. Bring your notepad, because if you don't, it's going to go. You guys, we're going to have a blast. Thanks for joining us. Gracie Breakdown, Impromptu, Kimura, Release Detail. This is going to change your life, you guys. Practice it on a cooperative friend first, and then when you cross paths with someone who is not so cooperative and determined to make your life miserable, unhook it, put it behind their back, get your hip out, but squeeze very slow.
It hurts very fast.
Very fast.
Yes.
Especially when you turn your hips like that. Just the intensity of the hip turn back into you.
Well, just to guarantee that the hand goes behind the back.
You got to do it.
So put it right behind the back.
But do not take it.
Don't put it a foot behind the back.
Yeah. As long as it's behind their low back, it's not going back in front of the thigh, you guys. Explore, connect, leave a comment, let us know how it works. Much respect.